Yes, that's JOEBILINE here. Today we're going to show and talk about something people may not have noticed before. Some of you may have noticed and be aware, but this is just something that I've never actually seen discussed in the community before, and it's actually been in the game since Season 1 because it's all the same gameplay engine. But obviously heights are something in FIFA Mobile that aren't on card. Like on mobile, on console, it shows you what height a card is, how tall they are. In FIFA Mobile, height's not something that's shown. Obviously, you have an idea of who's tall and who's not just from real life. You can check console databases to see heights. But in FIFA Mobile, heights are not as they seem. As a matter of fact, there's only 4 heights in FIFA Mobile. Every player in the game is one of 4 heights. Depending on what their real life height is, it then adjusts and they'll be taken on to categories. Obviously, you've noticed players before, certain players stand out more than others. You've got the likes of Giovinco, who looks like an absolutely tiny little ant on the screen. And then you've got players like Ruud Gullit and Pogba, who are absolutely ginormous, bulking hulks of the world on screen. And if you actually look more down into it, you'll find, and then you'll see that some players, you'll notice, they're all similar heights, but then certain players are just a big chunk different. You never really see players that are slightly taller or slightly smaller than the one. They're all quite a good chunk in between. They're either the same height or the same chunk. So this lineup you're seeing to start with, this goalkeeper is 6'9". That goalkeeper, Holy, is 6'9". The centre back who just ran alongside in Schwumney is 6'6". That's a whole 3 inches difference, which is roughly what? About 8 centimetres different. Kieran Dowell on the ball now, he's 6'1". Icardi's 5'11". And you'll see on most of these, I tried to get as many celebrations as I could where they actually had players involved, but it's not all of them did all the time, which was annoying. I've cut down, I was recording, I've been studying it, we've been aware of this for a while, me and my league mates. And it's something that we had confirmed to us via developers, but it was just like we weren't completely sure what the categories were for what heights was when the changes happened. So we've been looking for one. It's just getting round to actually doing a video on it, and I finally had some chance today to actually go through it, and I thought we'll do this now. But essentially, the 4 categories of heights all players fall under is either players that are 5'6" and below, or the smallest category. So they're your Giovinco, Maradonas, your little ants. Any player 5'6" and below, Kante falls into that. They're all your smallest build. You've then got 5'7" to 5'11". These players are all the same. One thing I'll go about in a minute, because it took me a while just to make sure we're confident for these numbers. 5'6" and below is definitely sure. It did feel like 5'7" players were a bit taller. They were tall enough to be the next category. They didn't look like a small ants. So 5'6" and below is the smallest category. 5'7" to 5'11" is your second smallest category. 6 foot to 6'2" is your third tallest, and then 6'3" and above are your highest tallest. Now, when you've got players that are as small as 5'1", which you'll see in the next game's clips, so the lowest was 5'1", so 5'1" to 5'6" really. Then 5'7" to 5'11" is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 5 steps. And 6 foot to 6'3" is only 3. So I was like, is 5'11" in the third tallest, which would make it 4 steps each? But I could just tell it wasn't, because your likes of Icardi, who I've got, who's 5'11", wasn't as tall as your 6'1", as your 6 foot and your 6'2". So it's like, okay. I was like trying to think, is there another category where it's 5'7" to 9 and 5'10", 11? But it's not. It does all fall into that area. And then 6'3" and above is where your big tall men all exist and live. So here you've got clips. They're all the big tall men, because these clips goalkeeper was 6'9", and then I worked it down up until Icardi at 5'11". So all the players went down 1 in height. They were 6'9", 6'8", 6'6", 6'7", 6'5", 6'4", 6'3", 6'2", 6'1", 6', 5'11". And you could see there that the majority of them were the same, apart from the more forward ones who were that step down. And then Icardi was just that bit smaller. Here we've got the lineup. I've left some tall guys at the bottom. Goncalo Guedes is 5'10", who's I've put the right back. Mandanda is 6'1", the keeper. And then So Icardi's at 5'11", IR is 5'9", Iniesta's 5'7", Pulisic is 5'8", Iniesta 5'7", Maradona 5'5", and Giovinco 5'4". So you can instantly see the little midgets here, and you can see Pulisic is taller than Giovinco there, which puts Pulisic at 5'8" in that next category, and Iniesta as well. Iniesta was the one that I was trying to work out for ages, because here's Iniesta, but you can see that here running alongside he is that taller. Let's get him close to. Remember, this is isometric, but there you can see he is shoulders above Giovinco, despite being 2. There's clearly that bigger gap here, so that's where it was like confirmed that yeah. But then you've got Icardi here, and Icardi is this like sticking one. Icardi, to me, I'm like, how does he fit in here? Because he does feel like he's in the taller one. And more clips, Icardi is just the one I'm not decided on. But what made me think either, there's the 5 foot, there's the feet in inches, but then plays are also done in centimetres. So like 180 centimetres is 6 foot and that. Then I was thinking, is the 4 categories not done by inches, but done by centimetres? And then that's what took me to have a look at Icardi. And if we look at Icardi is 181 centimetres. If we're looking at a player like Maldini, who is 6'1", he's 186 centimetres. Mancian at 6 foot, who you'll see in the next clip, is 184 centimetres. So when we're looking at heights, I'm just looking at the Foothead console database. If you're looking at heights, 200 centimetres is 6'7". Wait, I've lost. 6'7" is 200 centimetres. 6'7", 180 is the one I'm thinking of, which is, so let's get 191 is 6'3". Well, I've lost this now. I've lost my page I was on. 189 centimetres is 6'2". Where's Icardi gone? What did I've lost my mind of what I just said Icardi was. So if we've got Icardi body, Icardi is 181 centimetres at 5'11". That's perfect. There's so many players who are taller. Let's just fly down here. So when we're getting closer to the ballpark of the size we're looking for, if this will come up. You've seen in the background now, there's just the clips that pretty much prove it all. It was just the 5'11" was just the sticking point, because I kept seeing different images, and 5'11" was literally the only point where it was like, because 183 centimetres is 6 foot, which is fine because we knew that. But then it was just that. It was literally only 180, where it's like, oh, because 180 is 5'11", but 5'11" also falls into a few categories, because there's either side. So I'm thinking Icardi actually falls. So when you're looking at heights, because you can't see it in game, you sort of know from real life, 181 is 5'11" as well. So you've got him either side of it. And 179, let me find what 179 falls under, because I think 179 could be the key here. I think 179 centimetres is the key to the castle. I think it's the key to the Roman Empire. I think it's the key to the club. And there's so many players that are 180 on Foothead. This is taking longer to find, but I think I finally cracked it mid-video for what falls under there. I just need to see. I just need to confirm it to me. 179 is 5'10". And that's where the switch occurs, because here you've got Suarez at 6 foot. This is the picture, the main one. IR is 5'9", Roberts is 5'6", and they're all 6 foot or above. And you could see that difference there. Icardi falls into that category. 180 is the lowest 5'9", 5'11" can be. And he falls into that zone. So you've got 5'6" and below, 5'7" to 5'11", 6 foot to 6'2", and 6'3" and above for the tallest. So you want to take that into consideration when you're picking players in the future. Check the real heights in live. Check them on the Foothead console side. I suggested to Foothead that for Foothead Mobile they should start including height, and they may even include it so they say one of the 4 heights: small, medium, large, or extra large, rather than showing definite height to help you with this. We'll have to see what that goes, but we found this out. I thought it was time to tell you guys that I had some time to go through it all and show you the evidence. But do leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new here, come and follow me on Twitter at joebilineHD, and I'll see you all later. Peace.
But behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.